It's Melanie. Happy Monday. Welcome back. I hope your week is off to a fantastic start. I walked into the office this morning and looked at my calendar and realized, first of all, I cannot believe it's April. But then my second realization was that the Sephora Spring Savings Event is actually starting later on this week. Well, it's starting for Rouge later on this week. I still hate how they're doing it this way. It's been a number of years now since they've made this change, and it still bugs me. I miss the days of everybody just getting 20% off during the Sephora sale, but whatever. I don't think they're ever going back to that. At any rate, I traditionally will share my Sephora cart as well as a recommendations for you each time this sale comes around. Today, I want to share what is in my cart. We obviously see I have a number of things up here, so we're going to go through what I have in my cart. And then on Wednesday, I will share my recommendations with you guys. This go around with my recommendations, I am only going to share recommendations of products that you can only get through Sephora that you cannot get through Ulta. Because here's the thing. Guess who also sent me a 20% off coupon? And I knew it was coming because, of course, Ulta wants to compete. Now, they did just have a huge, savings event of their own not too long ago, but I have a 20% off in my email from Ulta. So there are some things that I actually originally had in my Sephora cart that I was then able to move to my Ulta cart because, well, Charlotte Tilbury is now at Ulta, and honestly, I would rather get my rewards points over at Ulta than at Sephora because the Sephora reward system, I just don't think is very good. Most of us, I feel like, agree about that. If you don't, definitely let me know down in the comments and, what your explanation is for that. I have just found that I've been able to save a lot more at Ulta. I've literally spent hundreds of dollars. Spent hundreds of dollars of rewards points, if you will, at Ulta that I've never had that experience at Sephora. I've had some savings here and there, obviously, but typically it's much easier to accumulate points at Ulta, and it's much easier to use them whenever you feel like it. There's also lots of point multipliers happening at any given time, and I just don't find that Sephora can compete with that. So anyway, it was kind of fun to be able to move some things over and get my points over there rather than over here. That probably does mean that I will not meet Rouge again this year at Sephora, and honestly, I'm kind of okay with it because, like I said, a lot of the brands that I really gravitate towards are now showing up at Ulta, so why not shop from there instead? But since I do have the Rouge status, I am going to go ahead and use it for the remainder of this year. The way that I shop these twice yearly Sephora sales is maybe how some of you do it. Let me know how you do it in the comments down below. I always have a cart going at any given time, just things that I'm interested in. Backups of products that I know that I love, that I'd like to save a little bit of money on. And so I will literally save the items in that cart until a sale pops around. So either in the spring or in the fall. I don't shop much in between those two sales with Sephora. Now, if I run out of a skincare product or a hair care product that I cannot get at Ulta, I will pop into my local Sephora and pick that up. But that's just, like a one-off here and there. Like, you won't see me walking out of Sephora with a giant bag, several times a year. I just don't shop that way there. So I do have a large number of items in my cart. I opt to save those carts and then save my money, and then at the very minimum get 20% off of the things that I'm interested in. So I don't shop that way at Ulta, really. I make much more, I guess I should say I make many more like in between sale purchases at Ulta, again, because usually there's a point multiplier that I can apply, or it's just a better reward system. And I am one of those suckers where if you have a good reward system, it is going to tempt me to shop with you much more frequently. So with all that being said, we have the dates here. Go ahead and mark those on your calendar. And I will list and link everything that I'm sharing in my cart here in the description box down below. If you're interested in any of those things, those links will take you right to those products. Check out the ingredient decks, check out other people's reviews. And then if you're interested, pop those in your cart. And then, you know, I don't know if you're interested, make your purchase once the sale starts on Friday. Obviously, no pressure for me. On Wednesday, I will share my recommendations, and the recommendations will be products that are only exclusively available at Sephora, because if you have a 20% off at Ulta, I say buy those products at Ulta. Don't buy them at Sephora. Get your points. Yeah, and be able to spend that essentially free money in the near future. So without further ado, let's go ahead and click on my cart here and let us see what I have in here. All right, so I'm gonna just start at the top and go down. This is in, you know, no particular order. I kind of have a mix of some makeup, some hair care, some perfume, and some home fragrance. So the first thing that I have is the ColorWow Money Mist Leave-In Conditioner. I've heard a lot of really great things about this particular leave-in conditioner now. I happen to really love ColorWow as a brand. I prefer their styling products. With some brands, I prefer their, you know, shampoos and conditioners or their masks. And with other brands, I prefer their styling products. ColorWow is one of those brands where, for me, it's really the styling products where it's at for my hair. So my friend Susan, my trusty friend Susan, already purchased this, and she said she really likes it. It's a really nice fine mist. It doesn't weigh the hair down, and it just leaves it really soft and basically protected prior to styling. So I'm really excited to give this the old college try. I think that the application of this looks really nice. I do love a nice fine mist. With a lot of the leave-in products that I use, I actually, even if they have a sprayer, I will spray them into the palm of my hand, because I don't find the distribution of the leave-in either protectant or conditioner to be fine enough for my hair. This, I think, has a nice fine mist, so perfect for what I need. All right, let's get into some perfumes, because, you know, I'm a sucker. I really am. Now, I have a number of fragrances in here, and you will be so proud of me, because I am sticking to my my little rule that I have for myself, where when I'm trying a new fragrance, I really need to be able to try it in the travel size first. If I absolutely fall in love with it, no problem, go purchase the full size, but not until you are done with the travel size. I shared my most recent perfume collection, and I will link that in the description box down below as well. And I have a lot of full-size fragrances, and it's really hard to get through a full-size fragrance if you have a lot of them. And I love to do these reviews here for my channel. And I think just for my own personal storage sake, if you will, it's better to purchase the smaller sizes first. And again, if I love it, go back, get the big one, but not until these are done. Okay, so what do I have? I have the new Nest Lychee, or Lychee, however you say it, Rose Eau de Parfum. I already know that I really like this a lot. I've smelled it in store. I have been at my local Sephora. I have put it on my skin. It's beautiful. I just love, I love both lychee and I love rose. I've not had a lot of lychee in personal fragrances, but I have had quite a bit of it in home fragrance. It is such a beautiful, sweet, intense, tropical, like mouth-watering flavor. And it's kind of interesting to pair it with a rose, which is obviously a very floral note. It's just a great combination, you guys. And if you're at all interested in this, I would definitely recommend it. I think it's going to become one of my new favorites. And of course, watch Laura Slack can discontinue it in a few years, just like she did with my beloved Midnight Fleur. But yeah, I'm not bitter, am I? Anyway, let's go down to the next one. I was really excited to see Brown Girl Jane show up at Sephora because I have had my eyes on this perfume, and it has been on my like perfume wish list for quite some time. This is the Casablanca Eau de Parfum. And again, I love that I can get it at Sephora now. This is more of a vanilla, slightly more gourmand type of fragrance. And as much as I just want to purchase it in the full size, I'm going to go for the travel size first. But this is probably going to be another one where if I really like this and if I really like this, what I'm going to do is pop these in my cart for the fall sale. And I'll save 20% on the larger sizes then, and I'm sure I'll find some other travel sizes to pop into the cart at that point as well. But anyway, let's keep going. We have, I guess maybe you could call these a couple skincare items here, although this is a makeup product, but the Glow Recipe Cloudberry Bright Essence Toner. I've been really curious about this one. I have kind of played with it a little bit in store, just on the back of my hand. I really like the texture of it. And the ingredients really intrigue me. It is a rather small size, but with an essence, you only use, you know, like a few drops in the palm of your hand, and then you press that into your skin. So you really don't need a lot of product. But I'm really excited about this one. I always enjoy a good brightening essence, especially on my face and my neck. This one seems very gentle, so I expect to be able to bring it down onto my more sensitive neck meat, if you will. So I'm really excited to finally be able to try this. This is the Danessa Myrix Yummy Skin Mattifying Water Powder Serum with niacinamide and hyaluronic acid. I guess primer. I think this is a primer type of product here. Now, I do have the original Yummy Skin balm, and I actually really like that for my oily skin. But whenever I see mattifying, it makes my oily skinned heart, if you will, just really happy to see that. I know there's a lot of people who really prefer that more dewy, like wet look to the skin. As someone who grew up with very oily skin, it's finally leveled out, you guys, but I'm still traumatized, obviously. I'm still drawn to this word mattifying. And since we are coming into the warmer weather months and my oil production probably will ramp up slightly again, I think this is going to be a great thing to be able to test out and let you guys know how it works out for me. I really liked the first product that I tried from Danessa Myrix, so I have high hopes for this one. I don't think the price point is bad, and I love me a good primer, so why not try this? I'm very curious to compare it to the Milk Makeup Pore Eclipse primer, because that one is fantastic for my oily skin, and you will see that one in my recommendations video for sure. In terms of makeup, there's not a lot, but this did catch my eye. This color story just, while I have every single one of these shades in another palette in my collection, the convenience of just the all-in-one and being able to just pop this into a travel bag just really appeals to me. And honestly, I haven't bought an eyeshadow palette in quite some time, and I'm just craving a new one. I don't need a new one, but I'm craving one, so I'm gonna give into that craving. At least it's not like a horrifically expensive palette. It's 32 bucks. It is the Cool Matte Obsessions. And again, these more blush, plummy type of shades just really appeal to me, especially this color here when it comes to like a liner shade. I think it's gonna be so pretty. So anyway, really excited about that. Let me know if you have it and what your thoughts are. And I do like that it's all matte as well. I am becoming a real fan of matte shadows the older I get. I don't think that's unusual. I think matte shadow sits very nicely on, you know, the eyelids. If your eyelids are maybe a little bit more crepey as you get older. I just think matte just looks I think it looks sophisticated and polished. So I love me a matte eyeshadow palette. Anyway, let's move on to more ColorWow. This is the Style on Steroids Color Safe Texture Spray. The reason that I want this is because I actually saw an ad for ColorWow where they were showing someone styling their hair, like heat styling their hair with this particular product. And as someone who has very fine, thin, very straight hair, I do from time to time like to run a waver through it, or I like to use my Dyson Airwrap, but my hair doesn't hold a curl or a wave for very long. My hope is that with this, maybe it will hold that curl or wave longer. Even if it's only a couple hours more, that would be a win for me. So I'm gonna try it. I'll let you guys know how it works out. All right, we have, let's do this perfume down here. All right, the 7 Virtues Amber Vanilla Eau de Parfum. I've had this in my cart for quite some time, and it's been really hard for me to just not pop in store and pick it up. I love the 7 Virtues perfumes. They have a number of them now, and they are all really lovely. The Blackberry Lily, which is unfortunately discontinued, is one of my faves. And then, of course, you guys know how I feel about the Vanilla Woods. The Vanilla Woods will once again be in my recommendations video because I cannot get enough of it. And I know so many of you who purchased it on my recommendations are like, this is incredible. I love this fragrance and I've fallen in love with it. So it is a very safe recommendation for me because I feel like there are very few people that smell that particular fragrance and go, ew, barf. Like, I would never. It's just, it's a lovely vanilla. It's very sophisticated, but anyway, I've been intrigued about the Amber Vanilla for quite some time, so it's time to bring her home and review her for you guys. So I'm excited to get that. Here we have some candles. Okay. These might come as a little bit of a surprise, at least these particular scents, because these are not in my usual wheelhouse. But I have smelled just really small samples of both of these, and I actually enjoyed them on cold sniff. So I want to try out the Driftwood and Chamomile, which I think is a very soft, soothing type of scent. I feel like this would be a beautiful bedroom scent. I love this color blue. This is the exact color blue that is in my dining room, and while it's not my favorite shade, I would love to paint the dining room like a hunter green, but anyway, I do still love this shade of blue, so it might look pretty in the dining room as well. And then the Himalayan Salt and Rosewater Candle. This one is beautiful. I will say I have the best luck with the Nest 1-wick candles. Typically, the 3 wicks get very sooty and messy on me at the halfway point. And for as much as these Nest candles cost at this point, because I swear to you, Nest raises the price at least $1 every single year on these candles. 48, I think they're really starting to push it with the $48 price point for the 1 wicks. Once they hit 50, I'm gonna have a hard time with these just because it's only 8 ounces of wax. Now, it is more of a luxury brand, and I did mention that I'd like to review more luxury candles this year. So obviously this isn't Diptyque or the Trudon candles or anything like that, but it's still a little bit more spendy than what most of us spend either at Bath and Body Works or even honestly at Homeworks or even Kringle. So anyway, I'm going to try these out. I'll review them for you guys. Voluspa. First of all, one of my biggest regrets is that I actually had the hearth size of this in my cart and then Sephora stopped selling it. Oh, I was kind of devastated. I had a really small size of this. It is a Sephora exclusive, I believe, the Tahitian Coconut Vanilla fragrance. I think this is a Sephora exclusive. I cannot find the scent anywhere else. I would love to probably have it in the hearth because this would be a great summertime scent. But anyway, I wanted to at least get the just 1 wick size and be able to review it. I've only had it in the little tiny tin before. While I don't think that this is going to scent the larger areas of my house because I just don't have that type of luck with this size from Voluspa, I do think it will be a beautiful candle to have in my downstairs powder room for the upcoming summer months. I know it sounds silly, but I do purchase certain fragrances for certain rooms of my house. And this one here, I think would just be not only beautiful in the downstairs bathroom, but also it is a lovely scent. I don't think I've ever formally reviewed it, so I'll do it when I get this one, but it is so nice. All right, we have just a couple more items down here. These are both backups for me. The Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow PHA and BHA Pore Tight Toner. I just finished my first one. I love it. I love this product. It is perfect for everyday use. I use BHA pretty heavily as someone with enlarged pores because it keeps my pores clean. BHA is able to travel further into the pore instead of just on the surface of the skin to clear out any blackheads, sebaceous filaments, just, stuff that gets caught in enlarged pores. And it is so gentle. It has never dried my skin out. And this bottle lasted forever. Again, it is an essence type product where you just do a few shakes into the palm of your hand, you work it into your skin, and you're good to go. It's not oily, it's not greasy. I want to say like the Paula's Choice 2% BHA, which I do still love, and I do use that at night sometimes. But this is more of a watery texture that sinks into the skin. The Paula's Choice BHA, it does have a little bit of an oily texture to it. It's not bad for nighttime. It's less than ideal for me personally during the day. So this is my daytime BHA, and I will not give it up. You'll have to pry this one from my cold dead hands. Another one that you guys, how long have I harped on this particular SPF? I love it. Listen, normally I buy it straight from Paula's Choice, but I only have the one that I currently have. There's no backup, and I figure, I don't know, I'll get it for 20% off, and I'll get some points here at Sephora. So I popped in the Super Light Daily Wrinkle Defense SPF 30. I've been using this for years, you guys. Years. It's 2 ounces, so I feel like it's a fair amount of product. Yes, it's $38. But if you have oily skin and you are struggling to find something that works for oily skin, this is one of the few that works really incredibly well for me. The Paula's Choice and the Dermatology SPFs, I think, have been the best for my oily skin. But this, I've just been using it for so long. It is a part of my everyday life. So anyway, that's what I have in my cart. Obviously, it's quite a bit, but once again, these are all things that I've been adding to my cart for quite some time, just in waiting for the sale. So this will drop by 20%. It is still going to be a pretty hefty haul here. Sometimes I will do a mix of buying online and then also shopping in store. If there are things that I can get in store, most of these things I think I actually can. So I may just pop into my local store. When I go in store, sometimes I do switch things in and out, so we'll see. But anyway, I'll show you guys a haul. That haul will probably go up towards the latter part of next week, and you'll see what actually ended up coming home with me. But in the meantime, let me know what you plan on popping into your cart. And stay tuned for Wednesday for my recommendations. And again, these are only going to be products that are not available at Ulta. And if you haven't checked your email, you may well have a 20% off coupon from Ulta as well. So yeah, I would say shop at Ulta if they have what you want. And maybe skip the Sephora sale altogether. A lot of you are telling me that you are skipping these Sephora sales these days. So anyway, thanks for watching. Please subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care. Toodaloo.